Good morning. It's early morning here in Missouri. And it's Friday, October 31st, which is Halloween. This is going to be Halloween night tonight. And, I always think of Halloween as being a Friday holiday, although every year it's going to be on a different day, right? So it just happens that this year it's on a Friday. But yeah, I think of Halloween as being a Friday holiday. So this is Arnold's challenge number 94. I've been doing this, I guess, for coming on 2 years. So 2 years ago, I had made a New Year's resolution in December saying that I was going to get in shape. I'm getting older, and I never really focused on. I never thought of myself, visualized myself as an athlete, right? Some people, they think of themselves as, yeah, I'm an athlete. I play baseball or cricket or football or basketball. There's usually some sort of athletic thing that you're doing. But I never really thought of myself as an athlete. Truth be told, I was always into computers and learning how to program because I wanted to get a good job and all the rest of it. And when I retired, I decided I want to learn how to play the guitar. So then I decided that I wanted to, be a musician. So I was playing the guitar a lot, and but I never thought of myself as an athlete. I just really never thought about it. And then I'm not really sure what got me turned on to Arnold's Pump Club, or I didn't join Arnold's Pump Club because I don't have a smartphone. So I never joined up to the Smart Pump Club. But what I did do is I was getting these newsletters from him, and they were filled with, I guess, smart morsels of nuggets of knowledge, I guess you'd call it, on how to get healthy. So that's really the key word, is how to get healthy, not how to be an athlete, how to get healthy. And so the two basic things in healthiness are what you do and what you eat, right? If you eat right and you work your body, then that's how you're going to get healthy. So I came up with the 4 W's. So the 4 W's are work. You got to have a job. You got to work. And wife. Got to take care of your wife. Take care of all your dependents, people who depend on you every day, people who depend on you for all sorts of things. So work, wife. And then we get to the athletic stuff and walking. One of the things Arnold says is, you gotta keep walking. Walking is, and all the doctors, whatever, they all say you got to keep walking. Walking is probably the single most important thing you can do for cardiovascular health. So walking. And then the 4th W is resistance training. Join the resistance. Weightlifting. When I thought of weightlifting and bodybuilding, I always thought of guys greased up, wearing those stupid underwear and showing off their muscles. I never really thought, and here I am. Here I am. I'm not wearing any shirt, and I'm showing off my muscles. Yeah, I feel comfortable without a shirt. It is a little bit, you're exposed. A lot of, well, for me, I never really thought about taking my shirt off, but I feel a lot more natural when it's off, and I feel like I don't feel in the summertime. I got real hot and sweaty, and so it was really important to just feel free, not have all that sweat. And now that it's gotten cold, I mean, it's the end of October, it's cold now. It makes more sense to be wearing a shirt, but still, I feel good not wearing a shirt. So, and also when I look through these videos, I can see the musculature more. I can see my muscles more. I can see what I'm doing, and how what I am doing affects my muscles. So not wearing a shirt really makes a big difference on that. So we talked about the 4 W's, talked about the season. It's fall and Halloween. Halloween has always been a harvest time ritual. It's a celebration of the harvest. Pumpkins, harvesting. It's getting cold out. So we talked about that. Talked about how I visualize myself. Do I think of myself as an athlete? Do I think of myself as a musician? What is my visualization of who I am and what I'm doing? One of the things I did want to touch about is gaining weight. Muscle weighs more than fat. So as you gain muscle, you're going to gain weight. And so, fat shaming is a big part of our culture. And so, when I look at the scale, I try to weigh myself in every day. It's like a magic 8 ball. You see that number come up and you're like, oh my God, was that how much I weigh, And I have been gaining weight. And I'm attributing that to muscles. Now, one of the things that you can do, or what I do, is I weigh myself with a scale, But a lot of what I do is I look at, this is a belt I made, and this is really a good thing I think, it's a good measure of where you are, whether you're real fat or whether you're gaining muscle or not. And so I wear this belt, and I can put in new holes in the belt as I lose weight or gain weight. If I gain weight, I have to put another hole, use it, go back. But if I lose weight, I can pull it in and have another hole. Now, when I got this belt and I'm putting this in, I'm at the last hole. So this is at the last hole. And I'm not going to put another hole in, but so my waistline's pretty trim. It's a good thing. All right, so now that we got this going, we're going to start doing the workout. So get another swig of coffee here. John, where's my cat, John? John, where is John? Oh, here he is. He's hiding. Hey, John. You're hiding on me. So John is I got John and Susie. John's their brother and sister, and John is a male cat. He's much bigger than Susie, and he's very strong, but he's also very lazy. So, like, I got this. This is an exercise wheel here, And I was hoping that John would use this, but he doesn't. He doesn't use it. Not very often. Alright, so let's get going. So first thing we're going to do, ditch the wedding ring. And, you want to get rid of any kind of, you got to protect your hands when you're lifting weights. Ditch the glasses. Now we got to put the gloves on. This is bike gloves. I got my knee protectors. I got my bike gloves. And then I got my regular gloves. Because it's tough on, lifting weights is tough on my hands. Now, a lot of guys don't wear, and girls, a lot of guys and girls don't wear gloves when they lift weights. I don't understand that. For me, it's like I gotta have these gloves on. So the first thing we're gonna do is body weight push-ups. And the reason why I'm doing the body weight push-ups is because I'm just trying to limber up, get the blood in my my muscles, and so that then I can start doing some heavy weights. So come back over here, and we're just gonna do push-ups. So get your down on the mat, right knee, left knee. I'm wearing knee pads. Space your arms, and then just stretch out your legs and start doing push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 20 push-ups. When I started this, I was doing like 10. So I've made progress. I've gone from 10 to 20. And that's part of this whole thing is iteration, the big circle. You iterate, try to get progress. You get incremental progress for iterating. Okay, so that's the body weight. Now we get the chair in position. Catch your breath. Gonna get this, breathe in, out. Breathe in, get some oxygen going. And we'll bring these weights in. So this is 60-pound weight here. 60 pounds. And that's heavy weight. Okay, so now we got 60 pounds here, my left arm. So we got right arm and left arm. Drink a little coffee and tighten the weights. Make sure they're nice and tight. And sit on the edge of the chair. Now the reason why I'm sitting on the edge of the chair is that when I kick up the weights, if I'm on the edge of the chair, I got a little bit more of a lever when I kick them up. So it makes it a little easier to kick the weights up. The other reason why I'm sitting on the edge of the chair is when I lift, I think the angle makes it easier. That little angle, I think, makes it easier for me lifting the weights. So there's two reasons why I sit on the edge of the chair. First one is to kick it. When I'm kicking, I get more of a lever arm. And then the second reason is it helps me on the lift. So left weight on the left knee. Left weight, left knee. Right weight on the right knee. Notice there's a lag on the video. The sound that I'm making should be synced up with the image, but it never is. Okay, so one, two, three, lift. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it down slowly. Okay, so that's 8. Dump the weights. Bring them back down. And you got to keep moving. Now that you know the blood's going, got to take advantage of that. Get these light weights in here. Is 8 pounds, 8 pounds, 8 pounds, 8 pounds, 8 pounds, 8 pounds. So let's do some biceps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. All right, now we're going to do these stretchies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now we're going to do some walkings. Just 1, 2, 3, Okay. And then up. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right, now let's bend down a little bit. I'm gonna just do some stretching. Bend all the way down. Come back up. Let's get this globe here. Atlas, Atlas carrying the globe. Put the globe back up. Okay, so we did 8 of the overhead, seated overhead presses. We did 8. That's with 120 pounds. It gives 54 kilograms total. So 60 in the left, 60 in the right. Now we got to do another 4 to get to 12. So this should be easier because the blood, I'm all fully stretched out, pumped up. So this should be easier. So left weight, left leg. Right weight, right leg. Sit on the edge of the chair. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, bring it down slowly. Together. Alright, so we're going to dump these weights. The seated overhead press. Dump the weights slowly. This is called farmer's carry. Bring the weights over. Dump the weights. Take a couple breaths. All right, now what we're going to do is the overhead rows, seated overhead rows. So left arm, left weight, left arm, left weight, and right knee on the chair, right palm on the chair. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's 12. Okay. Now you should feel your blood pulsing through your body at this point. You're getting a workout. So left knee on the chair, left palm on the chair. Right arm on the weights. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we're going to do the Arnold song on the guitar. Dump the gloves. And Arnold, who is Arnold? Arnold is Arnold Schwarzenegger. And bodybuilder, Mr. Universe. Went to Hollywood. Made some really good movies like Conan the Barbarian, Terminator, Total Recall, Kindergarten Cop. Went into politics, became the governor of California, and now he's trying to get everyone all around the world, not just Americans, but he's trying to get the human race back into shape, you know. With the advent of this technological revolution, everyone's buried in their smartphones, watching those spreadsheets and not thinking about being healthy. So, gotta think about being healthy. So, I'm stiff and sore, I don't wanna be a bore. I'm stiff and sore, I don't wanna be a bore. It's tempting to lay back and take a snore. I'm doing Arnold's challenge each and every day. What does Arnold say? Do it today. Don't wait till tomorrow. What does Arnold say? Dumbbell, overhead press, dumbbell, chest press. What does Arnold say? Dumbbell, row, bicep curl. Doing Arnold's challenge each and every day. Doing Arnold's challenge from January through December. Okay, so this is a personal journey, my blog, Nick's blog, Nick's blog. It's about me, about my blog, and you're welcome to hop on this YouTube video and hang on for the ride, right? So talk to you soon.